Happening now, a 14-year-old girl's family speaks out after she passed from injuries she sustained while attempting to take her own life. Chamber of Commerce President CEO blasts City Council. And a new panini shop on Pine Street. That's news now for Thursday, October 5th, 2017.
Live and on demand from the Chautauqua Audio Works studios in downtown Jamestown. This is your source for breaking news. WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us. A 14-year-old girl who attended Jamestown High School will be laid to rest today after succumbing to injuries she sustained while attempting to take her own life. I'm James Reed, and that is our top story. In a WNY News Now exclusive, the girl's family is speaking out as they try to come to terms with this horrible loss.
I want to get a message out to parents to please keep an eye on your children. Make sure you're very well aware of their friends, which I was aware of her friends. Look for any of the slightest signs of depression. You want to do research on suicide awareness, which I feel guilty because I failed to do, but I'm only human. You know, she hid a lot of things from me, and I think that's why she got everything so bottled up, and it got to her so bad that she eventually just said, screw it, I don't feel I need to be here any longer.
For more on this story, you'll want to head to WNYNewsNow.com. The president and CEO of the Jamestown Community Chamber of Commerce says he's disappointed in the job being done by City Council. Todd Trainum made those comments at a business expo held in Jamestown Thursday morning.
We don't have a council that asks questions. We have a council, and if there's someone on council, you can come up and debate me in the room. We have a council that hasn't asked the questions that need to be asked, that has become a rubber stamp in many situations, that has unfortunately allowed an administration, frankly, to push out the business community from a lot of boards and committees and the Board of Public Utilities. Very, very concerning to us. So, we're hopeful that maybe with some of this new young energy that's out there, we're hopeful that people will get out.
And that Business Expo continues this afternoon. WNY News Now will be providing live coverage on our Facebook page. Dunkirk and Gowanda will receive some of the so-called Buffalo Billion. Governor Andrew Cuomo made the announcement yesterday in Tonawanda as he touted Phase 2 of the project. A total of 4 communities in western New York were awarded $2.5 million and $10 million smart growth funding. Cuomo says the billion will focus on smaller communities.
So we really start to spread out that growth, because the strongest growth is when the entire region is working and is coming back, right? So you don't have just a few big engines of economic action, you have multiple ones.
Dunkirk and Gowanda received the grant after submitting an application for the $10 million Downtown Revitalization Initiative. Straight ahead, AAA has a warning for drivers, but first, here's Dakota Hunter with your First Defense weather forecast.
Now, your First Defense forecast with Dakota Hunter.
Good Thursday, everybody. Let's take a look at First Defender LiveScan Doppler radar to start off the weather segment. You see we have no rain appearing across western New York today. We do actually have some rain showers across northern Pennsylvania, but they're all hightailing toward the east. They will not be here. And we don't even have rain up in Ontario. Got that right today. And so we have no rain across the radar today, and that should remain the story throughout the next couple days. And as I told you yesterday, we now have our 16th tropical depression in the Atlantic. It formed into Tropical Storm Nate this morning, and this is the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center. Top winds, 45 miles an hour with higher gusts, and you can see the pressure is just a little under 1,000 millibars now at 999, and it's located coming up toward Mexico, and then it should make that continue turn. In fact, here is the official forecast track from the National Hurricane Center. You can see here it's going to come up toward the Yucatan Peninsula and then come up into the Gulf. By the time it reaches the Gulf, it should strengthen into at least a Category 1 hurricane with 75 mile an hour winds. winds. And then here's the remainder of the forecast track. Now, please keep in mind, this cone will likely change. This forecast will likely change throughout the week and throughout the weekend, but this is the latest advisory coming up through the Atlantic to the Gulf, and then it should make landfall somewhere near Florida and Alabama and then scooting upward. Now, there is uncertainty after it enters the Gulf. There is uncertainty as to where this might go, so please keep in mind this forecast will likely change throughout the week and throughout the weekend. Current conditions out at the airport, it is 63, and we have that west wind at 9, so it feels like it's 62 out there. All in all, really not bad out there for Thursday. Let's take a look at the First Defense forecast for today. Cloudy skies will remain in the late morning hours. It becomes partly to mostly sunny in the afternoon hours. We'll shoot for that high of around 70 degrees. And then for tonight, clouds will be on the increase with scattered showers later, mainly after midnight. We'll dip down to around 52. And then for tomorrow, scattered AM showers will taper off, becoming a partly cloudy day, and another chance of scattered showers and thunder showers in the afternoon hours. And up on the First Defense 7-day forecast, you can see we warm up on Saturday. Take a look at that high, 79. And then we are still warm on Sunday, but then we go from 75 on Tuesday down to 54 on Wednesday with more rain to round out the week and to start next week. News Now continues after the break, so please stay with us.
Chautauqua Audio Works now offers instrument rentals starting at just $17 per month. We're your school's band and orchestra headquarters, the only place with loaners on site. So pick up an instrument today. Order online with the keyword Chautauqua, shipping straight to your door. You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
AAA says that infotainment systems like GPSs and hands-free calling may be distracting drivers. No surprise there. Now, nearly 40% of drivers use these systems. AAA says that when drivers remove their eyes from the roadway for even 2 seconds, it doubles their risk of crashing. Alrighty, boys and girls, it's that time once again. Time to take a look at all the fun and exciting things going on around Chautauqua County this weekend. First up, in keeping with the forthcoming Halloween holiday, here's a spooky event that sounds like fun for the whole family. Little Shop of Horrors, a sci-fi horror musical with an electrifying 1960s-era pop rock score, I didn't write that part, kicks off at the Lucille Ball Little Theater Friday evening at 7:30. Another Halloween-themed event is Asylum 716, The Haunting at the Mall. This creepy haunted house starts its run Friday night at 7:30 at the Chautauqua Mall, and it's going to be open every Friday and Saturday night through Halloween. Now, the entrance to the event is right behind the JCPenney stores, so come see if you can escape the asylum. A portion of the proceeds will benefit the Chautauqua County Humane Society. You can get your Scandinavian on at the Scandinavian Culture Days taking place at Jamestown Community College. Now, Saturday morning's event is just the first in a series of workshops and fellowship about Scandinavia. Workshops include, deep breath here, Swedish language, genealogy, Swedish weaving, knitting, folk dancing, cooking, Viking games, and so much more. Each session is free and open to the public, and no reservations are required. And lastly, but by no means leastly, the Fenton Historical Society presents the 12th annual Saints and Sinners Cemetery Walking Tour. There are both walking tours and carriage ride tours available, running from 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock, but get your tickets soon. These events tend to sell out quite quickly. Now, the tours will uncover some of the more than 43,000 personal stories contained within historic Lakeview Cemetery, featuring several names you're sure to have heard of before.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Located in the St. Elmo building in Chautauqua Institution, La Familia Restaurant is more than a restaurant.
So people love the fact that we are committed to the farm-to-table aspect in our produce and focus on sustainability with our seafood too.
La Familia has signature dishes.
Sirloin filet over on the table. Next is our Aegean chicken and a cider brine pork chop.
La Familia even has a singing chef. La Familia, fine dining with a family atmosphere. Let them host your special event today. LaFamiliaCHQ.com.
National League wildcard game was good, but it kept most of us up very late. Here we go. Fast forward to the top of the ninth inning. Fernando Rodney gets Nolan Arenado to hit into the fielder's choice out at second base. And the Arizona Diamondbacks are going to the National League Division Series for the first time in 6 years to face the LA Dodgers. The hero of the game was actually a pitcher who tripled in the gap. His name is Archie Bradley. Welcome to the limelight, sir.
It's just kind of who I am, you know. I don't know any other way to play, so I was going to run as hard as I could until they told me to stop. But yeah, the whole bat, the triple, the moment, it's something I'll never forget. You know, it's the type of at bat you dream about. You know, being a guy in the bullpen, getting to have a big at bat in the eighth inning of a wild card game with guys on base, and then to drive them in was just it's a moment I'll never forget.
Cam Newton is drawing a lot of heat this morning. He thought it was actually funny when a Charlotte Observer reporter asked him about passing routes. Here's his response.
It's funny to hear a female talk about routes. Like, it's funny.
Speaking of passing routes, End Zone Live hits the airwaves on Friday at 7 p.m. as we're getting closer to playoff time. From the Schultz Sports Desk, I'm Ryan Hedrick. It all unfolds here.
Welcome to Internet Market Value Pricing. At Schultz, we use a unique computer software program that determines what every used vehicle within 250 miles is selling for. Then we price our vehicle at the lowest possible price, with no haggling, no uncertainty, and no hassle to you. All certified pre-owned vehicles come with a free Schultz Advantage 1-year maintenance plan, limited lifetime engine warranty, Carfax report, and go through a multi-point inspection before they are offered for sale. Visit us at schultzauto.com or in person at one of our convenient locations.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
Everything's made fresh here. We love to be outside, and it's nice inside if it's raining, so we have a choice.
Locals and non-locals agree that the Main Landing is quickly becoming a destination.
It's just so casual, and just the food is amazing.
I love the hamburgers.
But I really like the tuna I had.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Both local and state officials helped welcome a Jamestown man's new restaurant, Panino. The owner, James Weaver, is excited to open a simple, quality alternative restaurant.
I really feel that the downtown area is starting to really grow and thrive. And that was why I wanted to open up this restaurant. It was to kind of, I could see it growing, so I wanted to be a part of it. And I thought that I had something that the other people weren't offering, and I wanted to kind of go with a niche, and I just wanted to stay real. I wanted the menu to be real small and not give too many options, and kind of just go with that niche and perfect it. And all the ingredients that I use are fresh from suppliers around here. Everything gets sliced, first thing in the morning when I come down for prep. So everything every day is fresh. The soups that we use are fresh.
I like the name of that place, Panino, that has paninis. That's kind of fun. We'll have to check that out. I guess they're open for lunch today, I'm hearing, from the control room. So good stuff.
I love paninis. Those are good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I love those sandwiches, too.
Hey, we got a pretty decent forecast coming up, but I guess it sort of goes downhill eventually.
Oh, yeah. And actually kind of looking ahead for the remainder of the week, and on Saturday we're going to be near 80 degrees, which is obviously way above average. Average high this time of the year is around 65.
Wow.
So that's going to be way warm. And then we bring in the rain for tomorrow throughout the remainder of the week and to begin next week. And I also want to mention one thing too. I know you can't see it, but we have a brand new weather center in the studio, and oh my, is it nice! We now have room. Now it's so nice in here. So everybody here at WNY News Now, they're too nice to me.
Yeah,
they built me a new weather center. I like it.
Good guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we want you to come back and join us again tomorrow. That is News Now for today. Now, for News 24/7, be sure to visit WNYNewsNow.com, where coverage comes first. Have a great day.